Hello everyone, I am Piyush Rudravar. Today I will be presenting on strategy for strengthening sustainability in India, integrating green finance, social performance, climate risks, and financial literacy. India stands a defining moment in its development journey. As the country moves toward becoming a development economy, sustainability is longer a parallel agenda. It is a central to economic transformation. This presentation outlines India's roadmap toward the resilient, inclusive, and low carbon futures. Moving to next slide. The sustainability interpretive in India. India's sustainability strategy is shaped by three major national committees. First, Viksit Bharat 2047, the vision of becoming a fully developed nation by 2047. Achieving this requires large-scale structural transformation across infrastructure, industry, and finance. Second, net zero by 2070. India will require approximately 22.7 trillion US dollar in climate investment over the transition period, one of the largest climate financing challenges in the world. Third, India faces the development trilemma balancing economic growth, climate action, and social inclusive simultaneously. This balance requires integrated and well coordinated policy framework across the sector. The first one is Green Financing Mobilization Capital for Climate Action. In budget 2026, 20,000 crore was allocated specially for carbon capture, utilization and storage, a landmark commitment to decarbonization hard to abet sectors. Additionally, public capital expenditure has been raised to 12.2 lakh crore, prioritizing climate resilience infrastructure nationwide. India is also proposing a national green finance institution to de-risk investment and crowd in private capital at a scale. The strategic objective is clear. Public policy must reduce risks and attract long-term private investment into green sectors. Without capital mobilization, climate ambition cannot translate into action. Then, social performance measurement embracing the S in ESG. Sustainability in India is not only environmental, it is a deeply social. Budget 2026 emphasizes poverty reduction, gender equality, healthcare across, and skill development as a core pillar of inclusive growth. India is embedding social indicating into ESG frameworks to ensure economic growth reaches marginal communities. Digitalization and governance reforms are improving the transparency and accountability in the ESG reporting. This ensures that sustainability is not just about the reducing emissions, but about the improving lives. Then moving to next slide, climate risk assessment, managing uncertainty and resistance. Climate risk management is becoming central to India's financial system. Sector-specific climate risk disclosure and vulnerability assessment and being mandated to the strengthen transparency. Hard to debate sectors such as power, steel, cement, and chemical, and receiving targeted initiative under the CCUS initiatives. Additionally, India's nation climate finance taxonomy ensure regulates clarity and prevent greenwashing. By aligning financial markets with credible sustainability standards, India strengthens investor confidence and long-term resilience. Moving to financial and environmental literacy, uh, transforming to a green economic requires informed stakeholders. India is deepening capital markets by encouraging institutional portfolio to shift towards to green assets. Climate finance literacy initiatives are helping investors, corporators, and citizens understand sustainable finance principles. Regulators such as RBI, SEBI, and IRDI are strengthening their international capacity to supervise climate-related financial risk effectively. Financial literacy ensures that the sustainability become embedded across the markets, not limited to policy discussions. Moving to case study, carbon capture and strong push. A major example of India's sustainability commitment in the 20,000 crore CCUS initiative. This 5-year program focuses on scaling carbon capture technology across 5 critical industry sectors. The goal is the transition from research stage, innovation to full industrial development. A dedicated research and development roadmap support the lead to industry transition. Industry concerns now recognize the CCUS as an initial not only for the emission reduction but also the maintaining long-term industrial competitiveness. The initiative reflects how policy support can accelerate technological transformation and overcoming barriers, policy institutional reforms. Despite stronger policy signals, challenges remains. India faces relatively high borrowing costs due to the sovereign rating and fragmented regulation. Reducing the cost of capital requires coordinated policy signals and long-term regulatory clarity. Harmonizing ESG reporting standards with the national climate taxonomy buildings investor confidence and simplifies the compliance. Risk sharing mechanisms such as blended finance, first loss guarantees, and credit enhancement are critical to attract private investment at a scale. Public-private collaboration remains as the key enablers. Moving to next slide, visualization impact before and after integration. Before integration, green finance efforts were fragmented and social data leak consistency. After integration, India is moving towards a coordinated ecosystem where fiscal policy, ESG frameworks, climate risk assessment, and literacy reinforce each other. This systematic alignment creates compounding impact across the financial market, industries, and communities. The transition, the transition is not just a sectoral; it is a structure. Moving to the conclusion. To conclude this presentation, India's sustainability strategy reflects bold fiscal commitments and forward-looking regulatory reforms. Green finance, social metrics, climate risk assessment, and financial literacy together form the four pillars of the long-term sustainability growth. However, ambition must be translated into execution. Government, industry, and financial institutions must collaborate urgently to deliver measurable impact. India's pathway to Viksit Bharat 2047 depends on the how effectively sustainability is embedded into financial system today. The future of the growth in India will be green, inclusive, and resilient. Thank you.